Drums, please. Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. You heard it. It's summertime, everyone's favorite time of the year. And if you're thinking about moving to Delaware and you're wondering what are some good things to do in the summer, this is the right video for you. Because in this video, I'm going to discuss some of my favorite things to do in the Delaware in the summer. And you're going to want to make sure you stick around to the end so you don't miss any hidden gems. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Brandon Windom. I help people buy and sell homes here in Delaware. I've lived here my entire life, and on this channel I talk about what it's like living here in Delaware. And if you're thinking about potentially buying or selling a home here in Delaware, I love to have a conversation to see if it made sense for us to potentially work together. So I'll actually put my info on screen now and again in the description below. So quite often I get asked by my clients, hold on, I gotta take this off, I can't see anything. I'm as blind as a bat. Let me put my glasses on real quick. So quite often I get asked by my clients, Brandon, you've lived here all your life. What are some good things to do here in Delaware in the summer? So I decided to put this video together to showcase some of the favorite things that I like to do in the summer. Small disclosure here, I am a bit boring. I am married with 3 small children, so a lot of my outings are very kid friendly. Every now and again, me and the wife will get to sneak out for a date night, but needless to say, I don't be in the streets. I'm not about that life, but I'll do my best to diversify this list and include some things for adults as best as I can. So the first thing on my list has got to be Killens Pond State Park. Now, I take my kids here at least once a week, it feels like. Killens Pond is actually a state park located in Felton, Delaware, which is going to be in Kent County. Now, what makes this particular state park a little bit different from the rest is that it actually has a full-size water park in the state park. And I mean, it's a pretty decent size. It's pretty much divided into 2 different areas. So on one side, you have kind of the kiddie area with a very shallow pool and another pool that maybe goes up to like 3 feet. It has like the little kiddie slides, and you know, it's nice for the kids to just play and everything. And then on the other side, you have the bigger pool that has more of a deep end. It also has a shallow end as well, but it has some activities over there, as well as 2 huge water slides that you can get on that are included with the admission. They also have a bunch of seating, and it's shaded in most parts, and a concession stand for food as well. Overall, I mean, it's a really good time, especially if you're looking for a nice pool day. Another good thing is that they only sell a certain amount of tickets, so you can go online and see how many tickets are available, and they break it into 2 different sessions. So if your kids are anything like mine, if you have the morning session, you know, you have to get out at 1, so you're like, hey, you know, it's closing for the other people, so it's time to go. So that's also great. Overall, great time. Doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's a good pool day. Next is going to be the Delaware State Fair. Now, this is probably one of the biggest annual event that happens in Delaware every year. So it's held annually in Harrington, which is again in Kent County, and they've been doing this since 1920. So needless to say, it's been a while. It's a 10-day event, usually in July, and it's exactly what you would expect a fair to be. They have everything: the circus performers, the weird attractions, the petting zoo, the pony rides, the amusement park rides, and for all my fellow big backs out there, you know what I'm talking about. All that wonderful fair food. Deep fried Oreos, the chocolate covered bacon, all the ice cream, funnel cake, turkey legs, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I just get so excited when we're talking about that carnival food. They also have concerts all throughout the week, and some pretty big names have actually come to the Delaware State Fair, such as Taylor Swift, Carrie Underwood, ZZ Top, Nelly, and Ludacris. I mean, overall, it's just a great time for anyone of any age, and it's a cool thing to see, so you should definitely check it out. Next, we got festivals. Delaware loves its festivals. So needless to say, there's a ton of them, especially in the summer, and I feel like I've kind of been neglecting Northern Delaware in this video so far, so I'm actually going to start with a few festivals up there. So one of the most notable ones has probably got to be the People's Festival, which is a tribute to Bob Marley, and that's held in Wilmington, Delaware annually every year. With the release of the recent biopic about Bob Marley called One Love, a lot of people learned that Bob Marley actually stayed in Wilmington for a little bit of time. They've been having this annual festival for the last 30 years. It's usually held sometime in August. And I mean, it's a pretty straightforward festival. I mean, there's a bunch of vendors out there, a lot of musical performances. Sometimes the Wailers are out there. And I mean, overall, it's just, you know, given the philosophy that Bob Marley have, just out there spreading those good vibes for the most part. So it's definitely a lot of fun. Good thing to check out. Another festival that's in Wilmington that I do like a lot is the Ice Cream Festival, and that's held at Rockwood Park in Wilmington. And I mean, what else do I need to say? It's an ice cream festival. Who don't like ice cream? It has all the essentials: food trucks, vendors, a beer garden for the adults, fireworks. But one thing that is a little bit different about this festival, because it is held in Rockwood Park, there's actually a museum there as well that you can check out while you're actually at the festival. Now, if we're headed more south, we have another festival in Smyrna called Smyrna at Night, and that's usually held in June as well. Obviously, it's located in Smyrna, which is in Kent County, and it's just pretty much a huge outdoor concert. I think this year they're having 18 bands along 3 different stages, and it's an all-day event. And of course, you're gonna have the food vendors, beer, and everything else out there. Now, I could go on and on about these festivals because I feel like there's one literally every day, especially in the summer here in Delaware. And I probably don't need to mention this, but I'm going to. So, I mean, obviously, summer, 4th of July, there's going to be a parade or a festival or some type of fireworks going off in pretty much any one of the towns or cities in Delaware. So obviously you can check that out as well. Now, next is the beaches. Now, you can't talk summer without the beaches, and you definitely can't talk Delaware without the beaches. It's one of the main reasons people come to Delaware to visit. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of some of the beaches because honestly, I could probably do a whole video on the pros and cons of each beach. I mean, let me know if you want me to do that, but like I said, I'm just going to give, you know, a quick overall. But first, obviously, we have to start with Delaware's crown jewel, and that's going to be Rehoboth Beach. Now, it's our largest beach, obviously, with our biggest boardwalk, and it typically offers everything you would, you know, hope to find at a boardwalk. Arcades, taffy, boardwalk fries. We actually have an amusement park there, or a small amusement park there, and everything else. But the one thing I will tell you, if you do not get there before like 10 a.m., you might as well just pack it up. It is our biggest beach, but it does get very crowded because it is popular, and despite being our biggest beach, Delaware is kind of small. The next beach is Bethany Beach, and it's nice. It tends to be a little bit more low-key. It has a smaller boardwalk and a smaller beachfront, but it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a hidden gem, but it tends to be a little less crowded. But I don't know how long that's going to stay the case for. But me personally, my preferred, I guess, beach to go to is going to be Cape Henlopen, which is a state park. So it has a little beachfront there, and 9 times out of 10, it's a lot less crowded, and I don't have to worry about the parking situation. It's very easy, and it has everything that I need when I want to go to the beach, and that's sand and water. Now, hopefully I don't end up in a ditch for saying this, but I'm going to, because I mean, for me personally, it's the truth. So when I actually want to like go walk a boardwalk, 9 times out of 10, if that's what I want to do, I'm going to go to Ocean City, Maryland. It has a way bigger boardwalk, and it just seems like it's equipped for more people. So if it is a nice day and there are a lot of people at the beach, it just feels like Ocean City handles it a little bit more, so you don't feel like you're on top of each other there, even when it is a bit crowded, if that makes any type of sense. Now I know you're like, Brandon, where's the adult stuff? You say you were gonna have something for the grown people, but don't worry, I got you. Let's get right into it. So the first ones I'm gonna get into are actually 2 beer gardens. So you have the Constitution Yards in Wilmington, and that's a large outdoor beer garden that has a bunch of craft beers, cocktails, and wine. They usually have live music on the weekend, and usually a big outdoor screen that's showing some type of sports. And as a bonus, they also have axe throwing there as well. I mean, it's a nice chill vibe where you can hang out with friends. And the best part, they're actually pet friendly, so you can bring your pooch if you wanted to too. There's also another new beer garden in Dover, Delaware called Rail House, and that's going to be in Kent County. And again, it's going to be a lot of the same vibe. They have a huge beer and wine list, and they have plenty of outdoor seating with the fire pits. and the outdoor projection screen as well. But the thing that kind of sets them apart is that they actually have an in-house chef that curates the menu there. So you know it's definitely gonna be good eats and good drinks. Next, we have the casinos. If you like to bet on them ponies, you can go ahead and scratch that itch at Delaware Park Racing Casino in Newark, Delaware. So you can bet on the ponies, or if you're a poker guy, you can do that as well there. Now we have another casino in Dover, Delaware called Bally's. They have everything you would expect at a casino, but they have more bigger acts such as, you know, live music and comedians as well. They also have a lounge called Fire and Ice. So it's kind of like a little nighttime nightclub vibe where you can drink, and they usually have good music that you can drink. Well, you can dance as well. And they also have a Sugar Factory restaurant in there as well if you want one of those big bubbling drinks. Bally's is probably the most well-rounded casino that we have here in Delaware. We also have a third casino in Harrington, the Harrington Casino, but I feel like that's for people who want to gamble, because it's usually not very crowded in there. So you're not even like gambling and getting that camaraderie of like winning or losing money with people around you and having that like communal vibe. People in there are strictly about their business. They come in to either win or lose and get out of there. So now there are the beaches again. So there's one beach town that stands above all others when it comes to late night fun and debauchery. And if you were to pose the question to a local and say, hey, I want to go, you know, around one of the beaches and have some, you know, drinks and check out the bars, where would you recommend? And I guarantee 9 times out of 10, they're going to recommend Dewey Beach. I mean, it's known as the party beach, and it has quite a few notable bars there, such as the Starboard, the Rusty Rudder, and North Beach. Also, I feel as though I have to mention this one. Now, this bar isn't in Delaware, but it's close by. And again, hopefully I don't end up in a ditch for saying this, but if you want that, you know, club beach vibe, you definitely got to go check out Secrets in Ocean City, Maryland. I mean, it's a huge restaurant and bar. In the daytime, you can sit in the water and rafts and everything and just sit there and day drink or have a bite. And then at night, it turns into like a huge nightclub with a bunch of different bars, live music, has a bunch of indoor outdoor areas. I mean, it's just a great time. And if you go, make sure you get an orange crush for your boy. Now, if you want to learn even more about Delaware, I actually made another video discussing Delaware right here.